We know learning outcomes, LOs, are small specific steps in learning that help students gradually develop competencies. We also know that they are a combination of content and skills. Learning outcomes become actionable through classroom activities, which act as a bridge between intended outcomes and actual learning. Activities allow students to practice skills and interact with content meaningfully. Learning outcomes also help teachers choose the most effective grouping for each activity, whether it's done with the whole class, in small learner groups, or individually. In math, for the LO identifying and sorting two-dimensional shapes based on their attributes, students in small learner groups could sort shape cutouts. They might draw various shapes and label their corners and sides individually. Guessing games about shape attributes, in pairs, also make learning interactive and enjoyable. For the language LO, students write short sentences during dictation. Activities could include listen and choose the right word, where students distinguish between two similar sounding words like Kamal or Kalam, sentence building activity, done individually using word cards, and punctuation games, played in small learner groups. These hands-on tasks reinforce the skill and content. For the EVS LO, students explain the importance of water conservation. You could facilitate a class discussion on water usage. Students might create posters promoting water-saving tips. Sharing their own ideas for conservation makes the learning personal and impactful. After engaging in activities, we need to check for understanding. LOs provide clear criteria for assessment. The skill and content mentioned in the LO gives a clear direction about the assessment methods: worksheet-based, activity-based, or presentation-based. For the language LO, we would need to check whether students can write short sentences with correct spelling, appropriate spacing between words with proper punctuation. So providing students with an individual worksheet would be useful here. For the math LO, checking whether students can identify shapes and features, sort them and describe them accurately would help in assessing learning. This could be done in small groups or individually. Observing students and asking them to explain their work would be an important part of the assessment process. For the EVS LO, checking whether students can explain the importance of conserving water in their own words would provide evidence of learning. So getting each learner group to present their posters and explain why water must be conserved would be an effective assessment strategy. Once assessments are administered, we can provide clear and accurate feedback on the skill and content in the LO. Feedback can focus on two main things: have students demonstrated the expected skill? How can it be improved? Are there any misconceptions about the content? How can they be resolved? When you plan, teach and assess for learning outcomes, every lesson becomes clear and meaningful. Every student knows what success looks like. This approach empowers both you and your learners. Happy teaching!